Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto. I'm just going to get this. I'm going to have to put the microphone up here so we can get some good sound, or relatively decent sound. Okay, welcome to CYT-Crypto. My name is Stephen Aitchison, and today we'll be going over the markets and look at what's happening. Look at what's happening with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going up 6-month high. Today is its 6-month high, and it keeps on just breaking these the highs, the recent highs as well. So where's it going? Where's it headed? And what's happening with it? We'll be looking at some other news stories as well as crypto bubbles. Coin of the day. Should we do a coin of the day today for alts? We're still going to do a coin of the day today, and we'll do that as well. But first, if you can go down to like button, hit that like button just now. If you're watching just now as well, just leave a comment just to say hi, just so we get you kind of involved in the conversation as well, because I always like to chat to people in this kind of conversation as well. This is a two-way conversation. It's not just me kind of talking to you. It's about you kind of speaking your thoughts as well. Having said that, we're just going to jump over and see if we're live or not, just to make sure everything is up and running okay. It seems to be. All right, 1 wee second. We'll just dive over live. Right, we have Donny Don Matthews in the house. B, nice chatting to you this morning, B. Sean Dubbs is in the house. Dennis van der Hayden, Mac Paulin, Richard Cooper, Gordy Boy, Pascal Amsterdam, Mark Innes. I can hardly see again. I keep forgetting to put my glasses on. Honest Crypto Journey, Pascal Amsterdam, Gareth Passage is in the house as well. So good to see you all here. I know you could be doing other things, so I do appreciate your time spending with me. Likes Crush from sunny Edinburgh. I'm doing research on Edinburgh just now for the book I'm writing. So I'm just doing research and on Google Maps, just kind of going around the Edinburgh streets. It's quite cool. Brundle25 is in the house. Jeff Colquhoun is in. Stephen King is in as well. Good to see you here as well. Right. Brundle25. Oh, you asked this yesterday. I forgot to get back to you. Hi, Steve. Did you say you were looking at ETI recently? I'd mentally written off the investment there. ETI, I was looking at it and I thought, and this is Ether Inc. I was looking at it, I thought this could be really good. Then I looked kind of deeper into it and I didn't kind of go for it. I just had decided, I can't remember, I should have taken the notes for it, but I'd kind of written off. I put it into the first round of the crypto investments for Hidden Gems, and then I took it out. I didn't put it into the second folder, so I've got 3 folders. So most of them will go into the first folder, just look at it, very quick look at the fundamentals, then I'll say, okay, that'll go into the first folder. If I do a dive deeper into it, it'll make it to the second folder. If I do even deeper dive into it, I'll put it into the third folder as well. Ether Inc. didn't get to the second folder, but I didn't write the notes on it, unfortunately. But I was looking at it. I did see it looks kind of okay. Mitch Dieter is in, Tim Gash is in, Niles Bull is in, and G Slick is in the house as well. Sean Dubbs, good to see the charts a lot more healthy today, from me at least. Yeah, a lot of the alts are kind of down though. So Bitcoin is obviously up. We're going to look at Bitcoin in a second as well. And that's obviously breaking records. Well, it's not breaking records, breaking recent records. Any other comments? B, let's not had a little peek at VeChain earlier. Looks not bad. Had a little peek at VeChain earlier, and we'll take a look at that as well. Ahoy Maharty, 6.2k off the port to bow and make ready. Yeah, it's looking like 6.2k is up, and that's going to be a critical kind of point. 6.2 and 6.4, really, really critical. I'm going to be looking at that. First of all, we'll jump over to crypto bubbles. This is what crypto bubbles looks like, and this is for the last 24 hours. So RLC, one of the coins of the day, is up 14.4% over the last 24 hours. TrueChain, Bitcoin Gold is up. ABT is up. ArcBlock up 7.7 on the hour. 129% on the week, 20% on the day. Doing really well. Zen, coin of the day this week as well. Up 11.2% on the day. And 38% on the week. 0.5% on the hour. Japan content, I wish that would kind of go away. It's just kind of dominating crypto bubbles just now. That is down 20% over the last 24 hours, down 0.57% over the last hour. ABBC coin, that's another one that just keeps on going up and down. I've not actually traded ABBC, but it's a brilliant coin for trading. Okay, so we'll look at the last hour. This will give us an indication of where we're at. Kind of 50-50-ish. Yeah, kind of 50-50 for the kind of markets and the alts. This is the alts market, obviously. RLC, and the highest 4.94%. True Chain, ABT, Arc Block, DGX DAO. Elastos is, what's that on the week? 0.6% on the week. I thought it was higher than that. Aurora Coin starting to move back up again after it being down. BAT, CRO, and MadeSafe as well. So it kind of looks, it's not 50-50, it's just because of big green bubbles there. So a lot of it's in the red, to be honest. We'll look at the coin market cap as well. Coin market cap, we'll look at just now and see what's happening. So we have a coin market, we've got a market capitalization, an overall market capitalization of $180 billion. We were higher than that. It was touching nearly 190. Bitcoin dominance, and this is the main figure just now, we're looking at 57.2%, so it's up again as people get out of alts and go into Bitcoin. And we'll see the winners and losers. Obviously one of the biggest winners is Bitcoin. Just now, market capitalization of over 100 billion, 108 billion. It is a market capitalization for Bitcoin alone just now, which is brilliant. 6-month high as well. Okay, Arc Block up 18%. IXEC RLC, the coin of the day on Tuesday, is up 16% as well. We'll take a look at that. DigX DAO is up 11.75%. Sentiment Network 10.5%. So 4 in double-digit greens. Percentage-wise, we've got about 60% in the green, 40% in the red. Japan Content down 21%, ABBC down 11%, Basic Attention Token, Walton Chain, Cosmos Engine, Aurora, Komodo, and GX Chain, Crypto.com all down as well. Look at the bigger picture. Cryptocurrencies, we now have 2,164 cryptocurrencies in coin market cap. And who is up over the 24 hours? And this is over 10k volume. We have Jury Online. This has been a couple of times, it's been at the top. Jury Online token, 194%. It's up over the last 24 hours on 434,000 volume. Packcoin makes its return, 134% up over the last 24 hours on 54,000 volume. Market cap of 6.5 million. I don't know if you remember Packcoin from before, but it made a big ripple as well in the space a few months back. Benjo Coin up 94% on 20,000 volume. Bitcoin File, don't like these kind of Bitcoin name ones. Opti Token up 69% on 25,000 volume. Olxa, I don't know how you pronounce that, OLXA, up 52%, 1.4 million. And that's $427,000 of a market capitalization. What other small caps? MKT Coin. Alpha Token, I think that's been kind of, I've looked at that, kind of put in the first round as well, and I just thought, nah, it's not going into the second round. I think that's it. So this is where we can find the hidden gems. As I keep saying, just go to kind of all cryptocurrencies and coin market cap, look for volume over 10k, or you could do 100k. We'll just look at 100k. This will probably take ages to load. You could do 100k and see what's there, and we'll look at the last 24 hours. That's down over the last 24 hours. So what else would be up there? Bitcore, Super Bitcoin, Tripio on 8 million. Alpha Token is up there, 500,000 traded. So I'll need to take another look at Alpha Token. I looked at it and decided, no, it's definitely not going into the second fold, the second round. It's not getting past the first round. So I wonder if I'm missing something there, or it's just a coin that's just been traded. So I might be missing something. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. BitX Global is up 20% as well. Somebody was talking about that earlier on in the week. So this is where you can find some good ones here as well. Unetwork, sorry, up 15%, and that's only 3.5 million. for the market cap. Medical Chain, that was a big ICO in its days. Zinfin Network as well, used to trade out in Banker quite a lot. The Bancor days. Quite nice. Okay, we'll go back to chat, see what you're saying, see who else is in. Nick Smith is in the house. You still not looked at openmarketcap.com yet, Steve? I probably haven't, to be honest, yet, Nick, so I'm going to look at it just now. Openmarketcap.com. Oh, it's taking ages to load. And this is actually the Brave browser. Sometimes it's slow to load. I've noticed that when I go to kind of back to Chrome, it loads a lot quicker. Possibly a lot quicker. Let's see if it's loaded yet. Was it Open Market Cap? This is Chrome. Oh yeah, we did take a look at that. Yeah, we did take a look at that. Yeah, so I'll need to kind of look into it again, but we did take a look at that time, at the time, Nick, I think. Andreas is in, Mitch Dieter is in, Donny Don Matthews saying, seems FOMO has got people out of its alts and into BTC, shows investor behaviour and solidity of BTC vis-a-vis alts. Even hardcore alts supporters of alts like XRP seem to have jumped ship. Yeah, it's good. You can, when you're trying to, essentially we're trying to make money here. We're trying to make money in the kind of alts market and BTC market, and the whole market we're trying to make money. As much as we believe in kind of blockchain and the kind of ethos behind it and everything else, it's really about making money at the end of the day for us, for our families, to support us for the future as well. Really, that's what it's all about. If we're kind of being really honest here, it's about as kind of self-preservation. We want to kind of accumulate as much money as possible so we can live a comfortable life and have a good life in the future for our family as well. This is why we're trading. This is why we do kind of Bitcoin. I'm sure 99% of the people here are not doing it because of the ethos behind kind of Bitcoin and what it stands for. But that is part of it. That's part of it. Primarily, I would imagine that the driver is kind of money. So if you've got XRP is going down and Bitcoin is going up, you're going to swap XRP for Bitcoin, and then you're going to think, okay, if I get more Bitcoin and XRP still keeps on going down, it means I've got more to buy more XRP. So that's the way we have to look at it as well. It's not being loyal to a particular coin. We spoke about this last week. You don't have to stay loyal. They're not going to stay loyal to you if anything happens. So you don't have to be loyal to a particular project. I love XRP just now. 2 months down the line, I might hate it. I might find something I just don't like fundamentally. I loved Tron before. Do not like it. Well, I wouldn't invest in it again because of Justin Sun. I've just found out the more and more I get to know Justin Sun, what he's on about, kind of trashing other people, talking other people down. I just don't like it. For the principle of the thing, I just don't like the way he does kind of business, doing that, kind of constantly bringing down Vitalik Buterin. Not because it's Vitalik, it's just because you shouldn't do that as a business owner. It shouldn't be part of your ethos or your mentality to do that. So I don't like Justin Sun, and slowly I've kind of gone off him. And I thought Tron had a big future, and probably still do because he's a good marketer. But I changed my mind purely because of Justin Sun. And he is the face of Tron, if we're kind of being honest here as well. That's just my thoughts on that. But what I'm saying, the point I'm trying to make here is that we don't have to stay loyal to a particular project. Just because we invested in it once and we stayed in it for a long time doesn't mean to say we have to stay in it for the long term as well. And we have to kind of get out to that mentality as well. Honest crypto journey. During BitConnect days, I got screwed. Just moved most of my portfolio onto Binance to trade into BTC just before they got hacked. Now can't withdraw back to my ledger. Feelings of deja vu. It'll come good. I have no doubt at all that the Binance hack will come good. Being really honest, Stuart, I think you're going to be good there, mate. Did I read that incorrectly? Sorry. Right, Mitch Dieter. Binance trading all suspended due to API reset. No, Binance trading has suspended. Oh, I don't think it's suspended trading, has it? Has it suspended trading? I'm just going to take a look at this just now. Due to regular trading on some APIs, Binance will restrict all current existing API keys to have trading functionality only. These keys will then all be removed at full at 1:30 PM UTC. API users can choose to recreate their API keys now to receive full functionality of API usage going forward. So it's people using API keys. I don't trust API keys, never have done, never will do. So I never use an API key. So an API key, if you don't know what that is, basically what it is, if you can give permission to somebody else or another kind of entity like 3 commas or something like that to trade on your behalf on Binance. And you can use their software to set trailing stop losses and stuff like that in 3 commas. So, but you have to give your API key. So this is what they're talking about here. So I don't think it's all. Binance security breach update. Let's see if there's anything there. That was 19 hours ago. Security update, API key reset. Blah, blah, blah. We've seen that as well. Yeah, so it's not all trading has been suspended. Thought I'd got it wrong there. David Schwartz is in the house. Welcome to you. Good to see you here, buddy. Gene is in the house as well. Good to see you. Keg is in. Jeff Colquhoun. Ferris Alcazid is in. And a couple of others. Right, we'll just go to some of the comments here. Waiting for the JCT bubble to burst. Yeah, we need to burst that bubble because we need it to go away because it's just dominating crypto bubbles. ONT, WAN and ZIL at all-time BTC lows, Nick Smith says. Yes, so you're going to get loads and loads and loads of altcoins at their all-time lows, and they're going even lower just now. We'll take a look on Binance as well. Fill your chest with ADA. ADA is well, it's not an all-time low. It's nearly, I think it's 1023 Satoshi or something just now. Patcoin is down on coinpaprika.com. It says Nils Bull. Don Matthew seems FOMO. Yeah, we've seen that one. What's the news on ADA, Mervyn? Good buy opportunity, DCing every day now. Love ADA. Love ADA for DCAing and just kind of getting more of. I've been holding GMCO for a few days now, and last night it took a dive. Should have waited to get out. MCO. MCO for the long term. If you're in it for the long term, I think MCO's got a brilliant long-term future. Love MCO for the long term. Just now, I don't know, we'll look at some charts at the end after we've done the kind of news on that and the small caps charts. Like button crushed. Gene says thanks for that. Thoughts on MVC? We'll take a look at that later. Kig is in. Justin Sun is a tool. I'll day trade Tron, but my bet is a poop coin. I'm just not trusting. It's Justin. If it wasn't for Justin Sun, well, I don't know. If it wasn't for Justin Sun, Tron wouldn't be where it is today, to be honest, if we're being really honest. But I just don't like the way he does kind of business, and that's my personal thing. I'm not saying Tron is crap or anything. But if you've got how you do the small things, how you do the big things. So if he's doing kind of things like that, it just kind of explains his mentality for doing business. In my view, that's what happens. Ferris Alk said withdrawal and deposit only. I'm sure it's for the APIs. I don't think it's all trading has been suspended, has it? I'm just going to look just now because we'll see if trading had been suspended, there wouldn't be any trades. Obviously. So at 8.50, there's trades in Cardano. No. So it's not all trading has been suspended. I think it's with the use of the API keys. I think that's what it is. All those who are holding funds on Binance would be a smart thing to have a screenshot of the balance page along with the user profile reference to be on the safe side as a record in worst case. Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of people are panicking, but that's a good thing to do. Just take a screenshot just in case something happens. Ferris, for taking that action on TRX, I'll give you a thumbs up for that. Thanks for that, Ferris. One day crypto market will be the biggest boom in financial history. Just be patient. Time to fill up wallet. I'm holding Tron since early last year. In a 24, 43k of them only, says Gene. This is just my personal opinion. And I'm not saying Tron is not going to go higher. You can trade Tron. Obviously, I've traded in and out of Tron. but I did like the company and what it was doing, and I did support its BTT, just kind of support. But over time, it's just the way Justin Sun has done business. I'm just not okay with it. I'd rather I'd rather go into somebody that's more ethical and has more integrity, way of doing business. But it's just my personal view. It's not to say Tron is crap or anything. I'm not saying that. But I've just just not into Tron at all anymore. Antonio Medusa, good morning to you. Lawrence Matthews, good morning. Jeff Colquhoun, trading is open. I've bailed on some holds today. Figured XRP is the safest stable option with Tether on fire. Yeah, I sold on Tron around 5 cents and 6 cents. Never gone back. It says G-Slick, LOL. It probably will come back. Probably will come back. But you never know. Okay, yeah, API is still trading, but as of yesterday, you have to set up a new one. Just departure and withdrawal suspended. Yeah, so it's just deposit and withdrawal that's suspended just now. I think it's going to be for a week or something, but it'll probably be less than a week. He'll probably say a week just to be conservative and probably have it fixed within a couple of days, I would imagine. Okay, so we'll look at Bitcoin chart. What's happening just now? 6,049. This is BTC USD on Bitstamp. So you can see here, I'm going to look at this just now. So this is a daily chart, so look at this kind of more in depth. It's broken the 6,000. We can see there. I'm just going to refresh this. Yeah, 6,054, so it's broken. I'm just going to go to the monthly chart to show you, or the weekly chart and show you that better. So the weekly chart, we're talking about this crossover as well. We're at the crossover point just now. As we speak just now, we're at that crossover point. Next week, it will actually cross over, but we're at the crossover point just now. So if it stays above 6,000 or if it stays round about these levels, we'll have crossed over on the weekly, the 7 EMA crossing over on the weekly 50 EMA, which is only the third time it will have ever happened. So that's more bullish indicators that we could be going even higher from here. But we have to look at the kind of resistances from here. This is where we have to look at. This is what traders are looking at. So we have to look at it from a historical point of view as well. And for that, we're going to go into the monthly chart just now. So you can see 6,000, clear psychological barrier and a barrier as well from before. It was previous kind of support, now becomes resistance. But the next the next kind of point is about 6,400. So said 6,200 as well if we look at this kind of smaller time frames, but on the monthly, if we look at it, it's about 6,400 is going to be the major breakthrough. So if we can get past 6,400, it looks like the next barrier is going to be 7,000. And then if it breaks 7,000 and stays above 7,000, you're talking up to $10,000, nearly $10,000 for the next resistance there. I'm going to put this on as well, see what this is saying. And this is for the monthly. So we can see quite clearly here 6,400. And we've got the next resistance up here, 8,000. There's another one it's going to be attracted to, 8,200. It's not got the 10,000 up there. On a weekly, I think it'll be different. Yeah. So 6,400 is the next natural attractor. Then we've got that 7,000 there and all the way up to 10,000 here, but the next one would be 9,312. These are the kind of prices that a lot of trading has been done. This is what we're looking at on the side here. So 9,300 would be a big one as well, the last big one. And then from there, who knows, it just could go on a parabolic run from there. So I'll take this off just now. So that's my kind of looking at it. I think just now, that's what we're looking. We've broken the 6,000, which was the first major barrier. Well, 5,800, it broke that quite easily, went on to 6,000, done that now. We need to stay above the 6,000, get up to the 6,400. If it breaks that, 7,000 the next one. And then if it breaks that, we're up to 10,000 from there. So that would be huge if that happened. So that would, it's looking good just now for Bitcoin, but I want to give an alternative view. It's not my alternative view. It's Crypto Kirby. I don't know if you've seen kind of Crypto Kirby's channel. Crypto Kirby trading is actually a really good trader. He's really good at kind of what he kind of speaks about, and I listen to him quite often, but I listen to him on 1.5 speeds. Oh, flip. Camera's gone off again. This charger must not be working. Right, 1 second. I'm just going to jump over because I've got this kind of set up. 1 sec. Now this happened before. Right, so I'm going to jump over to the Logitech and hopefully right, so I've got that. I'm going to jump over here. It's going to be very grainy. I'll just dive over here and we'll put this smaller. Nope. Right, 1 second. Folks, I'm going to try and get this sorted. The camera's run out of chat and I don't know if it's the battery. There's something wrong with it. I thought it was something to do with me, but it's not. Just like that. I get the that's not a very good picture. And we'll just get that in here. Okay, so it doesn't look as good. It's not a very good picture, but at least we're back. And we'll go to, hopefully it's back. Just need to see. Right, it's back now. Okay, so dive over, back to chat. No point being loyal to something you've lost faith in. Look at Bab. Yeah, exactly. I was loyal and lost a lot. I've done exactly the same, Stuart. I think a lot of us done that. And this is where we're kind of looking at and saying, right, we need to kind of look at kind of what we're doing and how that's working out for us. And that's why I kind of came to that conclusion. You cannot be loyal in this game when you're trying to make money. This is business. If you think about this as business, you can't be loyal to a certain company because they're definitely not going to be loyal to you. In this game, I'm not talking about kind of friendships and stuff like that. That's different. But in business, you have to take that emotion out of it altogether. And no matter what happened, we all got hit hard. Cheer up, stay positive, stay on course, keep marching forward. Cryptos are the future. They are the future, definitely, G-Slick. Debbie Claydon is in. Good morning to you. CryptoCat, Justin Sun trying to dump 7 million USDT. Binance, thanks, but no thanks. Yeah. Is that a rug, Steve? Or are you buying your floor in installments? It was a rug. It was. Oh, no, you're talking about the wee... No, that was used to be as an old kind of fireplace hearth. Mervyn, just so you know. Reboot, press F10. Kirby is good. He is a savage at the charts. He is really good at charts, Crypto Kirby. So that's what I was looking at. So I'll go back to Crypto Kirby and what he was talking about. So Crypto Kirby, I do really like Crypto Kirby. I don't like his stupid voices he puts on, like James at the Oracle. I hate all that kind of stuff. But when he does and looks at the charts, he's really good at what he does for the chart wise. I just hate all that kind of stupid kind of voices he puts on. But he's got a theory that what's happened is somebody's known about this kind of Tether debacle, and kind of maybe a couple of weeks before it, and they've tried to dump all the Tether. So they might have had, he's kind of suggesting, they might have had around $100 million worth of Tether, and to get out of Tether, the only way to get out of Tether is to buy kind of alts or kind of Bitcoin. So they bought kind of Bitcoin, and what he was saying is this is why we had the spike in Bitcoin. So we had a 25% spike here. So from 4,139 kind of went up to 5,348. So he's thinking that somebody knew beforehand, way beforehand. He's talking about kind of weeks before it came out, that somebody knew about this Tether debacle and got out of Tether, got into Bitcoin, and this is what sparked this kind of jump in Bitcoin. So this is what he's suggesting just now as a possible reason as to why kind of Bitcoin spiked. So obviously they were looking at the people that were in kind of Tether. We're looking for the price to go down or Bitcoin to go down, down, so they could buy at the bottom. That's why they were stacking up on Tether. But because they had to get out of Tether, this is when they got out round about this time, the 2nd of April. It spiked up 25%, and that is what sparked an increase in the Bitcoin price up to today's prices of $6,056. So I thought it was an interesting theory from CryptoKirby. And I do, as I said, I really like his channel. If you want to check out that, just go to CryptoKirby Trading. Have a look at that as well. You can see that there, CryptoKirby Trading. And just look at, I don't like it for the voice, I just skip it and do kind of 1.5 times the speed. And when I'm watching him, I don't like all that kind of crap. But I do really like his analysis. I think it's really good. And I'm part of his Telegram group as well. Okay, we're going to dive on to the news, and then we'll look at kind of Binance and the coin of the day. Okay, so the news today, and this should be in order. Okay, so Facebook overturns ad ban on blockchain projects. Will crypto FB go mainstream? So Facebook has called for a ban on cryptocurrency related ads in January 2018. Don't know if you remember that, over the growing concerns over the ICOs and Ponzi schemes. Fair enough, that was fine. Until now, crypto Twitter has been a popular platform alongside Telegram and Reddit for promoting and sharing cryptocurrency and blockchain news. Moreover, as Facebook has prohibited the promotion of posts and ads, it restricted the publications and new companies to target the audience on Facebook. The ad ban was lowered to a permission-based approval, and this is what I was seeing on Facebook as well, that I had to get permission if I wanted to put any kind of crypto-related kind of news up or any ads up as well. So permission-based approval, and that was in June 2018. Prior written consent was mandatory for posting and hosting the blockchain and cryptocurrency ads and pages on Facebook. However, they released a new update on the 8th of May this year to say we will narrow this policy to no longer require pre-approval for ads related to blockchain technology, industry news, education or events related to cryptocurrency. So that is a good thing from Facebook. However, what does it mean as well? Does it mean that Facebook are now looking at releasing their own stablecoin? We've kind of known that anyway, talking about Project Libra. We've talked about in the past, and there's more stories about here. Libra project, Facebook stablecoin aims to conquer online payments market, reports suggest. So Facebook potential expansion into crypto has been widely discussed in the past few months. Although the social media giant has not confirmed anything beyond having a blockchain department, new details about its digital token project continue to surface. And most recently we've seen the kind of Wall Street journals where they've reported on it as well. And then here it gives a brief kind of history of it as well on Cointelegraph.com. And new details, 1 billion stablecoin for in-house crypto payments. So this is for if you want to kind of buy anything, if you want to tip somebody on kind of Facebook or something like that, they might be using the kind of stable coin for that. So see how that kind of works as well, and how if it does come out, if Project Libra is going to kind of be released, and if it does come out. It kind of goes on to say here, however, it's still not clear how much control Facebook would have over its digital coin, which seems to replicate the situation with JPM coin after the US banking juggernaut rolled out its crypto project for in-house payments back in February. Some claimed it was not cryptocurrency at all, but a marketing play for JP Morgan Chase. I do believe they would be considered a cryptocurrency stablecoin similar to USDC, an Ethereum-based stablecoin offered jointly by Coinbase and Circle that's fully backed by one-to-one by US dollars. So there's loads of things, loads of speculation about Facebook. But the thing with Facebook is that if it does kind of come out with its own stable coin, or if it does come out with its own coin, what's going to happen? There's going to be billions of people exposed to cryptocurrency. That's going to be the big thing. This is the bigger picture we have to look at here. It's not about Facebook controlling. It's not, even if you hate Facebook, if you love Facebook, I love it personally. But if you hate it, then it's not about you hating the company. It's about the amount of exposure that Facebook can bring to cryptocurrency. That has got to be a good thing for the cryptosphere as a whole. And we have to look at it from that point of view. Love them or hate them, doesn't matter. This is about the bigger picture and looking at Facebook as a way to bring the masses to cryptocurrency. That's one way to look at it. IEOs nightmare. Ocean Protocol lost 80% following its IEO on Bittrex. So with the ICO era gone and initial exchange offerings in the spotlight, many believe that the new fundraising model will help curb fraud while helping promising blockchain-related projects raise funds through token sales on cryptocurrency exchanges and at the same time rewarding investors with significant profits. However, so far, several big exchanges, including Binance, OKX and Huobi, have successfully organised IEOs for different blockchain projects, and the results were impressive, both for the projects and investors. While IEOs offer many benefits over ICOs, mainly because trusted exchanges organise them, this model is not flawless, just as we have seen in the case of Ocean Protocol, a blockchain data sharing platform. So they've lost 80%. So 100% raised, 80% dumped. There's a kind of headline here, and this was on kind of Bittrex. So it's not all plain sailing for the IEOs. We've seen IEOs obviously most notably on Binance. It goes up for the people that got in on the IEOs, but down on the people that got in just when it was released onto the markets as well. And we've seen that with BTT, we've seen it with Matic as well, and we've seen it with Stellar as well. It just keeps on going down and down and down from where it was. So just have a look at some of them. Stellar BTC, and I was in Stellar BTC as well. I just waited on it to go down, and then thought when it stabilized around about this price, I thought this is it. This is when it's going to go back up, but took another jump down. Took another jump down. 125, and I think I recommended it 500 and 365, and it's down to 125. No doubt it's going to come up. No doubt you're going to get 100% on it, but a lot of people are just losing faith in it and they're just dumping it, as well as Bitcoin going up. And that's Stellar. Matic is kind of similar, not quite as drastic though. So it did go up to 103, it's now down to 53, so it's lost 50% since it came to market. But if you got in the IEO, I don't know how much it was in the IEO, but if you got in it, I don't suppose you've lost. So hodling wouldn't be an issue for you. But 53 is at the bottom, we just don't know. And just now BTT as well. Bitcoin, Tether. You can see that's gone down as well. Obviously, when it first came out, it was around about the 12 mark, so we can't really say anything about BTT, but did kind of go up in the first few days to 30, all the way down to about 10 just now. So that's the IEOs. Will Ripple's client switch from Xcurrent to the XRP powered XRapid? So we spoke about this yesterday as well. XRP investors are once again taking a hard look at Ripple's direct impact on the digital asset. In a new post on Reddit, user Blur93 asked why many Ripple customers continue to use the company's cross-border payment solution Xcurrent instead of the newer XRP-based XRapid, which also powers international payments. So Ripple's global head of banking, Marjan Delatin, recently revealed 10 out of 200 financial institutions that are RippleNet members that are now actively using XRP for payments. Back in December, she explained why banks in particular will take longer to make the switch, and this is the reason, this is what we have to look at. Just to make clear, no banking institutions is using that XRapid because, as you've probably heard about, the regulatory framework around the usage of digital assets is not very clear for banks, but payment service providers and some other financial institutions are less governed by these obligations. So once it becomes clear that banks are able to use it, I'm sure they will kind of adopt it, hopefully adopt it, and jump onto XRapid instead of the Xcurrent. And we've seen yesterday that it can now jump over, everybody can now jump over to XRapid using the XRP as well. So we'll need to wait and see how that kind of plays out, that story. I want to thank at this point Adeb for the news, and Rob, brilliant admins, and James for the news as well. So thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate the news you've kind of shared as well in the group. So we've got a separate group for kind of news stories that could make it into this as well. Some of the news stories, other news stories. 1 second, I'm just going to see what's said. Break 6K, FB overturns crypto ban, IEOs not hot. Roubini, yeah. So I wanted to have a look at this as well. So Bitcoin basher Nouriel Roubini cowers from Novogratz crypto wager. So we've got what they call perma bears and perma bulls. Mike Novogratz, Perma Bull, you've heard him talking loads of times about Bitcoin going to 10,000, 100,000, million, whatever. He just keeps on changing the kind of prediction for Bitcoin, as does everybody, right enough. So he's a Perma Bull. On the other end of the spectrum, we've got Roubini, who's a Perma Bear and just keeps on decrying Bitcoin. But even he's not only decrying Bitcoin, he's decrying kind of blockchain as a whole, and just saying it's just useless and people that follow it are just more or less stupid. So we're all kind of stupid according to Roubini, and just to show that I'm not kind of putting words in his mouth. 1 second, what's he said? So despite his self-professed disdain for Bitcoin, Roubini talks obsessively about it. In March 2019, Roubini blasted Bitcoin as an exponential parabolic bubble and called Bitcoin investors arrogant, ignorant, clueless, zealots and fanatics. I've never seen in my life people who on one side are so arrogant in their views, who are total zealots and fanatics about this new asset class, while at the same time completely and totally ignorant of basic economics, finance, money, banking, central banking and monetary policy. They want to reinvent everything about money, but most of them are absolutely, totally clueless. The ratio between arrogant and ignorant is astounding. I've never seen such a gap in my life. That's Roubini. And on the other hand, you've got Mike Novogratz as well. And Mike Novogratz offered a wager saying if Bitcoin was still above $6,000 at the end of December 2019, Roubini has to wear a t-shirt saying I love Bitcoin. And Mike Novogratz, if it's below $6,000, Mike Novogratz has to wear a t-shirt saying Roubini was right. That was the wager. So it wasn't a big wager, but it's kind of made news. But it just shows you you've got two ends of the spectrum here. Other news that we were kind of looking at as well. Shitcoin pattern. I thought this was quite cool. This is from Roubini.com. The shitcoin pattern is just showing you kind of shitcoin is kind of way bubble is way high. This is in January, and this is for XRP and Litecoin. It's what I call the shitcoin pattern. Prior to 2015, nearly all altcoins exhibited this pattern: a peak followed by a long and gradual decay to shitdom. And not even the high-profile coins like Ripple and Litecoin have been immune. But by 2015, this started changing. We saw a few break into all-time highs in successive waves to create charts looking more like Bitcoin's successive bigger pumps and decays. Ethereum was one of the first more notable coins to break the shitcoin cycle. Around the same year, we saw a whole wave of others, notably Made and Dash, break the pattern. Finally, I'll leave you with NAV, which demonstrates nearly a picture-perfect increasing wave cycle. This is the pattern if you're looking for, but it could be better if each wave had more time between cycles. By the way, I'm not saying NAV. I'm not saying buy NAV, but I'm saying it happens to have the right shape. This is from Willy Woo and his website as well. I just thought that was interesting as well. Hackers are shuffling Binance's stolen Bitcoin. A team of blockchain services company called Confirm has been watching the erratic movements of the Bitcoin associated with 40 million stolen in the last Binance breach. At 4:11 AM on May the 11th, the hacker and hackers moved 1,214 Bitcoin to new addresses and then moved another 1,337 to two new addresses held by the hacker. This is the fourth major exchange hack of the year, Cryptopia, DragonX and BitHum, and they're talking about the movements of this $40 million or $40 million worth of BTC they're talking about here. But nothing conclusive, nothing that really comes from that. Over 50 banks simulate letter of credit transactions on R3's blockchain in 27 countries. This is more about kind of Ripple as well for R3. Not Ripple, just talking about the R3. Over 50 banks participated in a simulation of letter of credit transactions on R3's blockchain platform in 27 countries. The company announced the development in a press release published on May the 8th. As per the release, 96% of the participants said that the system, dubbed Voltron, will accelerate and reduce the cost of their letters of credit procedures. Furthermore, 86% of them reportedly believe the inefficiencies of the traditional system are becoming intolerable. So this is the banks themselves saying that this is becoming intolerable, and this is why we need kind of blockchain as well. So this is for R3. Jimmy Song, we'll kind of skip that just now. Crypto analyst, key indicator, extremely bullish for Bitcoin, BTC, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, Binance Coin, blah, blah, blah. So this is talking about the news that Binance was hacked, didn't have an effect. This is really what they're saying, Alex Kruger. It didn't really have an effect on the Bitcoin price at all. This is why it's so bullish. So they're saying that's the indicators for that being bullish as well. And I think that is it for the news. Okay. Adam Forrest, morning. Did you see the new Binance? No more orders more than 30% from Mark Price. From Mark Price rule. No, I didn't see that. Right, 1 second. I'm going to have to... So is this a security update? Nope. So no news on that. I didn't see that, Adam. New Binance. So is this on Twitter? We're going better there. No, I've not seen that, Adam. Can't see it there. Jeff Calhoun, billions of people to buy our bags. Yeah. Lawrence Matthews, Steve, can you please have a look at PKG? I think it might be a gem. So we'll have a look at some charts just now. We've not looked at the smaller ones. We'll not look at them. Everything's down just now, so we don't need to look at the likes of Digitex, BAB, and kind of Metamorph and Howdo. We know they're all down just now. Roubini, editorial typo, he was talking about Craig Wright. Right, we are going to look at what we're going to look at. We're going to look at the charts, and we mentioned a few there. PKG, we're going to look at. Right, so 296,000 market cap, 57,000 volume, I like that. Circulating supply 8.9 billion, total supply 10 billion, I like that as well, so 89% in circulation at the moment. It did have a high of 8 Satoshi. We've not got a Satoshi value just now for it because it's below 1 Satoshi. Markets it's on. Fat BTC, most of the volume, Hotbit, a lot of the volume as well, and Ether. Social. Check World's exchanges, that's May the 6th. My weekend, the biggest fans this week, that's just automated ones, so we don't count them. Has been the top 1,000 coins in CoinMarketCap, goes to be top 100 along with the new development. Wallet exchanges, game payment, an online platform. My week on Twitter, so they're not really updating it, it's these kind of my weeks on Twitter stuff. First PKG card to sell. So is this a gaming platform? Just say what PKG card game is online for testing. So it's a card game, okay. Be interesting. Website will take ages to load. I'll have a look anyway. Because, so it's up 90%. So it's got a 90% ROI from its when it was released. The approximate return on investment at purchase at the time of launch. So it's probably been even cheaper in ICO stage. If there was an ICO. All-time high. September 3rd, 2018. All-time low, March 4th, 2019. At 5. What is it just now? 3.3. Okay, so it's not on a secure website. PKG is a decentralized game platform operating on blockchain using the VR, AR technologies and machine learning tools to enhance the experience of playing games and purchasing digital goods. In games, PKG token aims to be the standard currency in different games. Interesting. That is interesting. First round. Thanks for that. I'll take a wee look at that. I'll probably take a while. Juan Antonio is in as well. Good to see you here. It's great to see us breaking the 6k BTC, going for the gold cross. Yeah, we've got the golden cross already. I think the company's making money now. This is from G-Slick. Got more chance of survival in this market. Needs to be up and running to survive because of money getting short. Right, who is that? So G-Slick, were you talking about somebody else? Patrick's poop pants. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Right, missed that altogether then. Mitch died to long-term hodler on many coins which have all decreased in value. Do you think they will increase over time if BTC price keeps climbing? So what's going to happen, or what usually happens, Mitch, or what's happened in the past, is Bitcoin, it shoots up and all the altcoins go down. And then it stabilizes, altcoins come back, then Bitcoin shoots up, altcoins go down again, Bitcoin stabilizes and the alts come back. Not necessarily to the previous levels. This is where we're going to see a lot of shitcoins disappearing. We're going to see a lot of coins just disappear altogether and they're never going to be heard of again. And we're going to be talking about in a year's time. Or do you remember? I'm not going to say any names, but that's what we're going to be saying in a year's time. Do you remember them and how we got into them and stuff like that? Just like titanium and stuff like that, or people like that. We're going to, a lot of these shitcoins are going to disappear because of the Bitcoin price going up. If it continues to go up, it might kind of shoot back down. But if it can get past the 6,400, no doubt it's going to come down, but you're going to get the alts coming down with it as well. So either way, we're going to get rid of a lot of the alts, and a lot more people are going to be a lot more discerning about the alts that they get into for the long term. So I keep asking the question as a kind of a barometer for looking at altcoins. Would I put $10,000 in here and just walk away for a couple of years, safe in the knowledge that I think is going to rise? And there's only a couple of coins, I'm talking about the micro caps, or the small caps even, that would say yes to that question. So I would say the big caps, obviously I'd say to Cardano, for Ethereum, for Litecoin, for kind of Neo, possibly, EOS, possibly as well. I don't know so much about them, but that's a question you have to ask yourself. Would you be comfortable and feel comfortable about putting, if you had $10,000, investing $10,000 and just walking away? So there's a couple of small caps or micro caps that I'm looking at just now and thinking, there's one I think I would actually feel comfortable with. I think there's one I'd feel comfortable with thinking, this is actually going to be a long-term player and this could be really good, and it's only a 6 million market cap just now. Or one is under $1 million just now, and I'm really thinking, is that going to be long term? It's not quite there yet, but it's nearly there. It's kind of releasing things just now. I'm thinking, I've asked myself that question, and only 2 of them kind of pass that test, if you think about it that way. So any coin that you go into, not trading, day trading is totally different, but any coin that you go into for the long term, ask yourself that question. Would I feel comfortable putting 10,000? Or it might be relative to how much money you've got in the game. Yours might be $100,000. $1,000 it might be, or $500. Would you feel comfortable putting that money in? And if you would, then that could be a good thing, just to pass kind of test as well. Jeff Calhoun, engine dumped off. Yep, Dent is up. I've seen that as well. Well, it's in the green, Dent. What do you think of Bitmax coin? I did look at it before, and I thought, no, I'm going to hold off just now. 45 watching, 19 likes. Come on, folks. Yeah, hit the likes button if you like these videos. Hit that like button as well. Adam Forrest was something I saw on Reddit this morning. I've not seen that just yet. Well, there's no announcement there certainly on Binance, Adam. I need to kind of look out for that. BTC dominance of 57+%. Can't remember when it's that high. Yeah, it's really just kind of picking up all the time just now. We'll go to Bitcoin dominance just now and just having a look. So the last time it was this high, back in September 2018, and then obviously the kind of heady days of 2017, 86%, but the last time really we're kind of looking at 65% in December 2017. That's when it really kind of hit its peak, but it's going that way again, and it's going that way again, so we might see it kind of jumping even more, 57.16%. I'm doing that with VET. So with VET, I think it could be one of those as well. They just go, this is a great project, great team, it's great use case as well. And then you just go, okay, if I had $10,000, would I put it in? If you say yes to that and it's an emphatic yes, it makes you do your due diligence more. You kind of look into it more and keep up to date with it as well. So it makes you do your due diligence. And VET could be one of those as well that really kind of comes up. And if you look at the market cap as well, so VAT. So 352 million just now. So when you're looking at it and you say, okay, the market cap, obviously it's near its all-time low just now. I think it is at its all-time low just now. Its market cap has been at 1 billion. So to get to 1 billion is 3 times where it is just now. So if you put $10,000 in, I'll just say 10,000. I know we've not all got that, but we'll just say 10,000. You put $10,000 in, a couple of years' time, it could be worth $30,000, or probably within that if Bitcoin price goes up. But if we look at the BTC price, we've got 104 Satoshi. What's been the highest BTC price? 267. So it's about 3 times as well, 267, about there. So you probably know it's going to get back up because the fundamentals have changed on VeChain. It's got better for VeChain. So it's looking even more promising than it did way back here in August 2018. So you can expect it to kind of hit its all-time high again, Satoshi value wise, and probably dollar value wise as well. Is it going to go on from here once the market has trillions of dollars? Yes, it probably will. So me looking at this, if I'd feel safe kind of doing it probably with VeChain. I've not looked into it too deeply, but for what I have looked into it, I would kind of feel safe-ish. But I think there's more opportunities out there. So you've got 352 million just now. Now I'm looking at a 6 million one. If that 100x's, it goes to 600 million. So if 100x's, if I put $10,000 in, it goes to $1 million. If 100x's, and it's still only at 600 million. Now if we go into the trillions of dollars and look at that, the marketplace as a whole goes into trillions of dollars and you get 100x. Well, obviously 600 million is not going to be that much. So it could go to 6 billion, which is 1,000x. So that's why we're looking at the hidden gems. That's why I've kind of formed this group for the hidden gems group. And we're still ongoing with that. It's just taking time. So if we can find a hidden gem and we answer that question, would I be comfortable putting $10,000 in? And you could say yes and walk away from it for a couple of years, then you could make a lot of money. But you can still make a lot of money in VeChain. Cardano, for example, as well. Cardano's in at what, 2 billion just now? I'm still topping up on Cardano as well. 1.6 billion, it's not 2 billion just now. So that could still 10x, 50x for Cardano as well, and go up to 50 billion quite easily once we're at the trillions. So it just depends on your kind of level of investment and your level of risk that you're willing to kind of go into the market with. Nose Bull, my low cap long term bag is Switch.io. We've looked at Switch.io before. What time is it? $2 million, and that's one of them, Switch.io. Could be one of them. What did it have before? Just looking at the market cap, 19 million. So 9 times from where it is just now. But BTC value 743. 64 just now, so 12 times from where it is just now. So that could be a brilliant long-term one as well. And if you feel comfortable with that, you've done your due diligence, looked at the team, looked at the use case and everything like that, and you put 10 grand in and walked away. But genuinely just walk away and you don't really look at it, you just check in it from week to week instead of day to day. Then I think this is where we're going to make the money. But we still invest in the likes of XRP and Cardano as well. That's my thinking. I've done that 10k in from the beginning. Wish I'd just kept in the LTC, ETH and BTC. Kept it all in ETC, right? Yeesh. So obviously, here's the thing as well. So if you put 10k in for Bitcoin, if you put 10k in and got 10 Bitcoin and kind of back in 2017, I'm not saying hold it until and just hold it forever. Hold it for the full 2 years or whatever. If it goes up 10x in value or 20x like Bitcoin did, from $1,000 up to 20,000, then obviously you take profit. So you would just take most of the profit. In that situation, what you're probably doing now, and a lot of us didn't do in 2018, is you take most of the profit and just keep the original investment in. So if you put 10k in at the beginning of 2017, it goes up to $20,000. You would take most of 90% of it and just keep that original 10k in. It goes right down, and you've still got money to play the game later on as well. More than enough money. So we have to learn to take our profits as well. We have to think about it from that point of view. B, have a good day all. Cheers, Dave, for the brown content as usual. Cheers, mate. Thanks for the conversation as well. Really appreciate it. Kig, thank you very much for the $2 donation. Really appreciate that, mate. Kig saying thanks for the content. Niles Bull, thank you very much for the €5 donation. Really appreciate that, buddy. Thanks for today's show. My pleasure. Thank you for everybody for joining me. Today's coin of the day. Well, it's not going to be an altcoin. Today's coin of the day, very, very quickly, is going to be, you probably guessed it already, it's going to be Bitcoin. It has to be Bitcoin, BTC USD. We'll just take one last look at it. 6,058. So that is today's coin of the day. So I'm not going to kind of mention an altcoin. We're just going to quickly look at the altcoins actually. Digix DAO going up. We'll quickly look at Binance. RLC going up. That was a coin of the day on Tuesday, and that's going up even higher, which is good to see. So a lot of the alts have gone down, but RLC, which I was talking about on Tuesday, has gone up, continued to go up. Another one that's continued to go up is Zen, which was a coin of the day yesterday. So that's moving up as well. So it did get to 202,000. So I said once it got past 173,000 Satoshi, it's going to fly up from there. And it did exactly that. It went up to 202,000 Satoshi. So that was a good call. Yeah, I'm not kind of going to smoke up more ass, but it was just a good call for us if you got in on Zen yesterday, and even better if you got in on it when I kind of called in a premium group 142,000. So Zen went up as well. VIB, what did VIB do? We'll have to look at the dodgy ones as well as the really good ones. So VIB, I can't remember what we called it. It did go up about 10% before coming back down. We called that on Monday. Was that on the 6th? Yeah, that was on the 6th. It did go up to 779 and then kind of came all the way back down. So unless you took profits at 779 area, you'd been out of pocket. Vibe as well went down. I think that was 713. I called that in a premium group actually. Vibe on the 6th. I think it was around about 713, and it kind of went down from there. And that's when I kind of looked at and just said, okay, I'm going to change the strategy here. I'll go back to the original strategy that I was kind of using for making the calls, and that's when the calls have started coming good. NAV was one I called as well. There was a couple of people who took NAV and Vibe as well. Unfortunately, that was the two that kind of went down the most. But hopefully that's why you need to keep your 5% in as well. You need to put a 5% stop loss in. MFT as well. MFT, we'll look at MFT. I think I called that yesterday. I think it was 53.54. It did go up to 58, but it's come back down to 53.54 again. So I'm still thinking MFT. I need to look at the kind of order books and that as well. We can do that another time. So today's coin of the day is Bitcoin. I'll stick with Bitcoin just now and just see how that kind of plays out for today. And it could go higher. If it breaks 6,400, we're looking good. Okay, quick done, Matthew. Thank you, Steve, for your time and awesome stream. Have a great day. Namaste. You as well. Bernard Ronald has just joined us as well. We're just leaving just now, Bernard, but thanks for joining us, mate. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. Have a brilliant day, whatever you're doing. And until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers,